LeBron drives in, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Valanciunas passes to Lowry. Good D by Irving.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Over Thompson, he was straight off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. He even earned some Clark's sixth man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career high 55% from the floor.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
The drive by Lowry, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go, Shumpert running it up the court. There's the bucket, good.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up two baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Shumpert's running. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings in.
Go back and I'm able to.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Cleveland, filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Channing Frye out there with Thompson. And it's Irving at the point guard position.
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. And it's Lowry penetrating. Ross with it. Guarded now by Irving. And the shot is good.
Assist from
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Dishes it to LeBron. Pass to Frye. In the corner, Irving with it. And another three for Cleveland.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And here's Frye from the arc. good, and the assist goes to Irving. Fry's got his first 3 points of the game.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Lowry dishes to Ross. Carroll passes to Valanciunas. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been. In the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away from them.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Terrence Ross is out there with DeMar Carroll. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
He had stolen by Carroll. LeBron against Ross. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And there's the pass to Lowry. Now the dish to Ross. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Thompson. And James throws it down.
The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly, you're right, and caught the defense totally off guard.
Hey, guys, how about his coach? Looked like his heart was in his throat there for a second. Now, though, he's able to smile. More of a smile of relief.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Ross. Passes to Shumpert. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Raptors trail by 4. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Tristan Thompson is out there with Channing Frye. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a three to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
Now here's Ross, guarded by Fry. Ross, that's good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Irving's shot is good.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Raptors trail by 4. Here's DeRozan. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. It's stolen by Carroll. Valanciunas against Thompson. Valanciunas, good.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
And Thompson kicks to James. The three. Shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Here's Valanciunas. Money!
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right,
Yeah,
Kevin?
that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack. Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Nails the tray.
Irving's got him falling right now, that's for sure.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's Irving. Off the inbound pass. Ross grabs the board. Lowry dishes to Carroll. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And finished off by DeRozan.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clocked.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Kyrie Irving, who notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Kyrie, this.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.